Hello and welcome to We Are Fin, and with me now I have Mark Thomas from Reaction Engines. Welcome to We Are Fin.
Thank you, nice to be here.
Good to have you here. It's always great to get some insight from the cutting edge, and I think it's fair to say you're not just near the cutting edge, but you're on it, aren't you?
Well, that's absolutely right. I mean, we developed a revolutionary type of propulsion system. You could see it as the next jet engine moment. I don't think it gets much bigger than that.
So it's a hypersonic engine. Explain to me exactly what that is.
Well, by hypersonic, we mean really more than 5 times the speed of sound. So that's beyond supersonic, obviously, and that's a really challenging environment. Incredibly aggressive in terms of the heat levels, the temperatures you experience at those high-speed conditions. So for the propulsion system, it's very demanding because, frankly, these temperatures are hot enough to melt metal. But for the overall airframe and system that you develop, there's a significant industry effort going into exploring that territory.
And with it being so groundbreaking and so cutting edge, is this a long way off? Are we in the early stages, and when's this going to actually materialise?
Yeah, we're playing quite a long game here. The aerospace industry overall is obviously is very patient. Things take a long time to develop, but we are on the verge of a hypersonic revolution. I mean, there's many players in the industry saying that, and that's driven by 2 things really. Predominantly the defence arena that's looking for speed as the new stealth, giving you surprise and survivability and an edge, effectively. And then on the commercial side, really, we've seen speed coming back on the agenda again. We have super efficient engines, but the speed of air travel has actually gone down over the years. And now there's a drive to bring that back on into the picture and have a faster travel, enabling daily flights ultimately across the Pacific, there and back in a day.
So applications are very varied. You must have had some good interest from the industry generally.
Yeah, huge interest. I mean, we're a private company, a British company, but we've attracted some incredible investors and partners, including BAE Systems, Rolls-Royce and Boeing. So when you look around the industry and you put your A-list together, your team, it doesn't really get any better than that for me personally.
Application-wise, as you said, it's very varied. It's not just military, it's civilian as well, isn't it?
Yeah, ultimately civilian. I mean, our engine has the ability to go in atmosphere and out of atmosphere, so it enables not just hypersonic air vehicles, but also potentially low-cost launchers for space access. But on the civil hypersonic flight, I mean, we're many decades now on from the original development of the Concorde, and we're talking about something that's even more challenging than that from every respect. So I think we're a couple of decades away from seeing that application, but the others are much nearer term.
Challenges. I can imagine that there have been many, but what was just a couple of the biggest challenges that you've faced so far?
Well, the company that Reaction Engines is a remarkable company, and it existed for a long time as a relatively small research operation, but doing these fundamental technological breakthroughs that are just even now quite incredible to think about. So one of the big ones was, how do you get through this heat barrier that's associated with hypersonic flight? And they've developed a super cooling technology, an ability to take very, very hot air, quench it instantaneously in a device that could enable you to develop a future hypersonic engine. So that was a big one. And the other challenge around that was they were super cooling air with water vapor in it without the device icing up. So it's like a frost-resistant technology, anti-frost technology. And those are things that, being very honest, agencies and organisations have spent hundreds of millions of pounds or dollars or euros trying to crack, and this relatively small company has had those breakthrough moments.
Thank you, Mark, for your time. I completely agree. Now you can continue to follow the journey of that hypersonic engine. We'll have all the updates and the news as it happens over the years right here at wearefin.com.